Along Indian highways, a common sight. Lines of trucks, idle drivers killing time. Not because they're lazy, but because of crippling bureaucratic hurdles. Hurdles many Indians want to see removed in the widely watched budget over the weekend. The Goods and Services Tax, or GST as it's known here, is being touted as the single most important tax reform in India. Right now, every time a truck full of freight moves from one state to another, it is required to pay some 20 different state and central government taxes. With the GST, there would be a uniform national tax. आपके साथ अभी आ सकते हैं हम? We accompanied driver Ghanashyam Singh to see just how inefficient the process of moving goods currently is. He's ferried freight on crowded, potholed roads for decades, but the hardest part of his job, he says, is the waiting. At every checkpoint, I have to wait an average of 5 to 6 hours, he says. 2/3 of India's freight travels overland by truck, but the World Bank estimates 60% of the travel time is wasted at border checkpoints like this. He shows me the various taxes that had to be paid. He's carrying about 200 kilograms of soap, and this is all the paperwork he has to submit at every single border. There must be about at least 30 pages in here. For about an hour, our journey is relatively pleasant, but then another perennial hurdle. Corruption. See those cops over there? They're going to stop me and ask me for a bribe, so I'm just going to wait here, he says. State and national authorities don't deny there may be cases of corruption, but if brought to their notice, they say serious action will be taken. This is India. This is the way it works here, a fellow truck driver says. The way it works may soon change if the Goods and Services Tax is implemented.
Today, the manufacturers are spending 10 to 12% on just their logistics costs because of all of this. When there is a GST, we are able to bring that cost down. It's a whole ripple effect that will take place over time.
Some of India's most prosperous states oppose the GST, fearing loss of tax control and revenue. If India is to become a manufacturing powerhouse, though, and compete with the likes of China, economic roadblocks like these need to be lifted, and soon. Samnima Uras, CNN, on one of India's 650 state border checkpoints.